Sun's shining, which is a nice change. Had a miserable weekend with the weather. Had a lovely weekend with my family for Mother's Day, but no, weather-wise it was pretty rubbish. But today's mission is get working on this. Now, to show you how cold it still is though. Bond. Frozen, even though I've got them polyester balls and they've just blown in the corner, so I need to get that broke up. Right, most of this stuff in here is basically just random stuff that's collected over the years. We don't tend to throw much out, and eventually it builds up and we have to do something about it. So rather than move this to have to move it again so I can get the greenhouse sorted, I'm going to use it to make trellises along the back of the beds. I'm going to have one for the back of each bed, and that's how I'm going to grow the peas this year. The only beds I won't be able to grow peas in is with the garlic and the onions. But I may try the Monge 2 peas in the back of them, because I'm not really worried about them. I want to thank Samuel the pot gardener and everybody who gave us some advice on the acidic and alkaline issues with the soil. It was just for fun as well. He gave us some really useful information. So I'm not going to worry about the rhubarb because that does make the soil acidic, so does the onions. But we'll do a bit more testing around here and there. I want to put the canes in that box there, ready for the beans going in, which is a while off yet. But get them in just so they're out the way. Everything looks good under there so far. They've handled the thing. I bet it's actually quite warm in there. Still busy burning scrap pieces of wood. We'll get some more of that in there. Keep that going today. And right, so we'll crack on. Right, so I've done a bit of sorting, and basically this lot here is what I'm going to use to make the trellising and them little post things there. So what I need to do now is I need to go and have a look and see how tall the peas actually grow to, so I'll go do that and then we'll come back. Right, so I just had a look at the packet and it says 3 foot. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to screw posts to the boxes, and then we'll start cutting, not that one yet, and then we'll start cutting bits of wood to make the lattice. So, right, so I'm going to start fixing the post on to the boxes now. I'm going to put the GoPro there, so if I'm cutting anything with that little horrible thing, you'll be able to see, possibly. So, anyway. Right, so I'm ready to start putting the lattice on. I'm not going to film the whole thing because it'll be just too long, because there'll be a lot of like marking, cutting, fixing, marking, cutting, fitting, fixing, so every now and again I'll just stop and show you how it's coming along. Right, so I've got the first bit sorted. I'm just starting the other bit, and all I'm doing is I'm just cutting bits to sit behind there, and I'll get them fixed in as well. Just for a couple of screws, probably one at the top, bottom and in the middle. The wood's too thick to lattice around, but right, I'll get on with the next bit. Right, there we go, one trellis done. Could just do a bit of facing off to tidy it up. That looks alright, not bad for random bits of scrap. So that's that done. Do the rest tomorrow. I probably could have got 2 done if I hadn't faffed around with the friggin' broadband people this morning. And the greenhouse is just about empty. Hubby's done a cracking job shifting all that for us. So I'll get some cleaning done. Still got bits of cucumber leaves stuck to the ceiling. Get it cleaned. I need to clean the top of the roof as well. I'll get all that done this week too. So, apologies for not videoing today's events, but it was pretty hectic. But we've got the little shed moved. So we've got a better view of the garden now once we sort this wood out. I'm going to be taking some of this space up to the end of this wall for me tatties anywho. I just want to show you this is another competition going on in next month, I think it is, for tallest sunflower. So my tallest sunflower is going to get supported by the pipe. Let's see how tall I can get it. I think the house is about 20 foot, where is 20 something foot. So and this what I'm growing it in is just the old chimney pot. I can make it out from there. Nope. But we had to have the chimney redone because there's no fire in the house. They took that bit off and I thought it'd be a nice plant pot. So that's what it's going to grow in. The greenhouse is empty now. Just about. So I can start getting this cleaned up and that. Get the roof cleaned because it's rotten. I'll climb up on the shed roof to do that. Oh, I can see the chimney pot from there. Right. But that's it for the minute. It's took about all day to get that done. But it looks much better. Nice and tidy down there as well. So, right.